Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever Sura show. We are so happy you're here and joining us for this exciting time together. Today, you'll have an opportunity to see meditation coaching in action and witness people's transformation live. If you're just being introduced to meditation coaching, it is the combination of meditation together with coaching, as well as energy healing. Today's episode is meditation coaching for attracting true love. Can meditation help you attract true love? The short answer is yes. Yes, it can. Meditation is a practice that helps us to become more self-aware, aware of our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings, our deeper beliefs and stories. It can also help us heal and release relational patterns that often keep us stuck. If you've been in a situation where you're used to always giving, and then you're being sucked into toxic relationships, then meditation is a practice that allows you to become aware of when we drop into these habitual unconscious patterns and learn how to shift back to health and create healthy patterns, as well as find emotional and spiritual connection. First within ourselves, being connected within so that we can discover that special connection with others. Meditation can also help you get clear on what you need and what you truly desire. And that's important when you are in a place and you want to experience more love in your life. What's important to you? What are the qualities that you'd like to see in a partner, or the qualities that you also want to cultivate within yourself? And knowing that you have needs and desires that and that it's okay to have them be fulfilled. And this is what meditation can help us gain clarity on. It can also help you amplify your intention. So if your intention is to attract true love, a soulmate, a partner, for you to be able to clarify what is that intention for myself and focus on that every day and noticing what happens as a result of that inner focus from the heart. So I'd love to go ahead and get started as we bring on our first guest. Our first guest is Joanne. And Joanne is an aspiring meditation coach working towards her own certification. And in her free time, she enjoys nature and creativity. Hi, Joanne. How are you?
Hello, I'm well. How are you, Sura?
I'm doing well. How can I help you today?
All right. I would like to receive coaching on, um, I guess, how to basically be open to um, a new type of relationship. Um, I've gotten very comfortable being independent and on my own, and being single. And I feel like I'm at a place now where I'm open to share my space and my energy with someone.
Well, that's wonderful. And so what do you feel? Can you tell me a little bit about, you said you would like to experience a new type of relationship. Can you tell me a little bit about what you've experienced in the past?
um, I've noticed like a pattern. A lot of my past relationships have been, I guess, in a way, either there were some toxic patterns or um, ultimately it came down to I never felt safe to fully express myself in a lot of my past relationships.
Mhm.
And so there was
What would
always
happen when you expressed yourself?
there was a lot of, I guess I felt very either misunderstood or kind of shut down.
Mhm.
Um, I
And so when you think
wasn't.
about expressing yourself now, what comes up for you? What's the feeling or the thought?
To be able to let myself flow through
Mhm.
either my thoughts or ideas or feelings
Can
and be
we
heard.
try a little bit of meditation in this to go to allow you to go deeper
Yeah.
into, this experience that you really want to have in your next relationship? And because what I'm hearing is that you want to find, share your space now. You feel ready to share your
Mm.
space, and that you want to meet someone you feel comfortable expressing your true self with. And there were some old patterns that were there in your old relationships, where you didn't feel safe to express. So let's take a few heart breaths together, just breathing in and out of your heart, and just let your belly drop all the way in and down, where you can just breathe fully also into your lower belly and feel yourself grounded to the earth, just that support and connection to the earth below you. And we'll take a few breaths in, a nice calming breath in through the back of your heart, and exhaling, softening out through the front of your heart space, just letting yourself feel open and relaxed, breathing in through the back of the heart and exhaling peace through the front of your heart. And Joanne, I invite you now to contemplate what happens when you think about expressing yourself. When you feel the urge to express yourself, noticing how you felt in the past and some of those thoughts and feelings that came up in the past.
I I felt when I did, especially when I was younger, I would express my ideas or thoughts. I either got like the feedback of, like just like why do you see things that way? Or, it is what it is. So just see it as it is instead of like going deeper. Like a lot of the relationships were just very superficial. And when I did express myself, I either felt just like incredibly misunderstood, or um, like
Mhm.
if I did, it would either like push people away.
Okay. So you felt you associate speaking your truth with feeling misunderstood and potentially pushing people away or having some doubt people cast doubt into your space about the way you see things.
Yeah,
And where do you feel that when that comes up for you?
I feel it a lot, like in my like throat and like upper chest.
Mhm.
Um,
And what would it be like to just release that for now, just to feel that sense of discomfort or restriction, if you just allowed it to move down to the earth, these past thoughts and feelings about expressing yourself or what it means, what happens when you express yourself. So just allowing yourself to release it and let me know when you feel a little shift.
okay. Okay. Um,
What would
yeah,
it take to fully let that go? Just some of these past patterns or fears.
that it's like I know I can I know that there's that it's okay that when I do express myself or talk about the things that I enjoy, that they or whomever the potential person would be would also be in alignment with my my truth, like would be in alignment with me and
Mhm.
open um,
What would that feel
and
like?
receptive.
Can you imagine that of what it would be like to be with someone who could fully receive all of you and be receptive even to your expression?
I'd
When you
imagine it
envision
would
that,
be
you imagine it completely?
I'd imagine it would be like where there could be growth and inspiration and that ability to like fully communicate and express our thoughts and our feelings together, to work to grow together,
Mhm.
um,
Do you
equally on
feel
both
open to this
sides.
possibility? Like when you really meditate on it, just taking a moment, maybe if you want, you can close your eyes. Like when you sit with the idea that someone could be really receptive to you and your truth, do you feel any tension or restriction there or block?
I feel skeptical.
Yeah, that's what we're getting to. Like what are the deeper inner feelings that are stopping you from having this experience. So when you feel skeptical, what is that skepticism doing for you? How is it serving you? It's trying to serve you.
It's like in a way, the first thing that comes up, it's like where I can almost like joke about it, like, well, yeah, maybe one day, but not really, because like that doesn't really happen. That can't really
Mhm.
happen.
Because you don't believe it, right? Right now, you don't believe it. So let's go back into meditation and just take a moment to breathe. And we'll take those few heart breaths. And oftentimes, when we want to create something new in our lives, we want to attract a new experience or a new love. It's the old negative emotions and beliefs that are getting in the way that we don't even know about because there's so much in the background. So, if you were to go deeper into that skepticism, and I'm sure that skepticism is trying to serve you, maybe keep you from experiencing disappointment, what do you feel that the skepticism is doing?
It's it's almost like kind of putting it off to the side, where it's like
Mhm.
protecting me in a way from disappointment and from, I guess, the potential for going through possibly like new relationships, new trying again, and possibly failing again or over and over and over. It's like it almost
Mhm.
seems like an endless cycle of how
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 you've
would I
experienced
know?
it. Mhm. So, you said it's protecting you. The skepticism is trying to protect you from this disappointment and this feeling of failing. But is it really serving you? Or is it keeping you from what you want to attract?
It's definitely keeping me from it, and I also
Keeping
feel
you.
like it's almost there's that holding on to that skepticism, which I've had for a really long time,
Mhm.
that it's like I'll almost find partners that align with that skepticism. And
Right. You find partners that align to the skepticism that make it true, right? So, what would it be like? Where do you hold that skepticism, Joanne? Do you remember when you picked it up? When you started to feel sort of skeptical about your relationships? And do you remember and do you know where you hold this energy in your body?
I I feel like it's almost partially like up here, a lot of it, and then also like in my lower belly.
Okay. So let's just imagine now dropping that energy. And if you want, you can even envision because visualization helps us to move energy in meditation. And you can visualize wonderful, like a light or even flowing water, just washing some of that stuck energy away from your head and also your lower belly. And noticing what it feels like to drop the skepticism, to completely drop this belief that you can't have what you want. And then go ahead and just draw in your own wisdom and your own energy and just envision it and feel it, your own soul's wisdom and energy. You can even see it like a golden sun coming back to you. And Joanne, just take this moment to really imagine. I'd like you to just imagine out in front of you, about a foot in front of you, what it would be like to be with someone who is truly receptive to you, to your true expression, all of you, the true you. Experiencing true love, where you're being fully received and loved for who you are. Is that something that feels possible to you? What do you feel in yourself when you imagine this?
Like vibrant and fresh and gentle and understanding. Like, and fun.
Do you feel
That there
like
would
on
be
a
fun.
scale of, that's awesome. On a scale of 0 to 10, how possible do you feel that is for you? Really?
I know it is possible. It can be possible. Anything is possible. I'm at like
Just,
an 8. I'm at around an
okay.
8.
Okay, you're at an 8. And just breathe in and breathe out. And Joanne, what is your intention for this new relationship you want to call into your life?
That right from the beginning to trust my intuition and to be fully honest and upfront with myself and how I express myself
Mhm.
right away.
How does that feel to really affirm that, to trust your intuition
It
completely?
feels it feels good. It's
Can you trust yourself fully, Joanne? Do you trust yourself?
I'm at a place where I feel that I can trust myself if I just really listen clearly to my intuition
Mhm.
and block out the outside noise that wants to sometimes switch it or change it so it could be
Mhm. To switch it or
suited.
change it. So when you feel that coming up, where something is an opposition, like a red flag, what will you do if this happens as you start dating? What will you do?
I would listen to the red flag and trust that it is a red flag, a real red flag.
Would you do something about it?
I would speak up about it. And if it was um, where it was something that either couldn't be worked on or discussed, to then be okay with it. Be okay that there is a red flag there, but I don't have to try to change it or deny it, really. Um, and if
That's
it means that I don't stay or if I move on because of the red flags, then that's good. that's a good thing. The red flags are good signs. I
Mhm.
think in the past I was afraid of them. Um, and now it's like I can be grateful for those red flags. Because it's really showing me something if it's either speaking the truth or not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Joanne, when you take this time to just be quiet in yourself, in your center, do you feel that this true love that you want to experience is closer? Does it feel like a reality that can happen for you?
It really does. And from like the beginning when we first started the session, I just talking about it, I could feel my whole body tensing up. And that's how I felt anytime an opportunity would come up, or if I even thought about possibly potentially dating, I would just tense up and shut down. Um, and now it's like in this moment, I feel like this flow, this going through where I'm like not so tense. It's a little, I could breathe. I can maybe breathe through it.
Beautiful. Yeah. And there is a shift. Um, and when we don't have the resistance, this resistance that's underneath what we want, and we recognize it, or just take time to be with it and noticing what that's like, to find, where is this coming from, and is it okay to let it go, and just breathing in this new possibility. So I have a homework assignment for you, if you're willing to accept, which is to take time. I think you have a strong writing practice, right? And to journal for the next several weeks about what you'd like to experience in relationship, what's important to you, what are the qualities that you'd like to experience. Is that something that you feel would be helpful to you in your process?
Definitely. It's something that I thought about in the past, but anytime I attempted, I just didn't want to go there. But I feel like I see it in a different way where it's like I'm excited to go there. I want to go there and explore that.
That's awesome. And start with your intention. When you go to write down the intention that we talked about, trusting your intuition, listening, and being able to express your whole self, having that feeling, that safety of comfort, and let that lead you in your experience, in your writing, and see what comes through, without attachment or expectation, but just writing about it moves the energy. So thank you so much, Joanne.
Thank you.
Let's sit with a minute. Let's take a minute to sit together to affirm your intention for relationship. And if you could pick a simple, short statement for yourself in these next steps, what would it be?
I trust my intuition and it's safe to follow my heart.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay. So we'll quietly meditate together. And if you're watching, we invite you to join us to add to Joanne's intention, but also noticing what it's like to focus on a positive intention for someone. Letting yourself come into the heart and affirming, I trust my intuition, and it's safe to follow my heart. breathing in, breathing out. I trust my intuition, and it's completely safe. To follow my heart. Thank you, everyone. Blessings. Joanne,
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on and sharing so bravely. I hope you're feeling wonderful. If you'd like, you can share as we start to prepare for our next guest.
This has been a wonderful experience, and thank you for inviting me on
You're
to
so
explore this.
welcome. You're welcome, Joanne. We look forward to hearing from you too in a couple weeks, seeing how things go. Okay. You're getting some wonderful chat messages too in the box, so be sure to read those.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne. Hello, everyone. I'm really excited to present our next and last guest today. Her name is Michelle. She is from Trinidad and Tobago. She is a executive director of a nonprofit organization. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Sura. How are you?
I'm well. And you?
Oh, I'm
How can I
good.
help you today?
Sura, one of my biggest challenges, I feel like I'm 55 and I'm just longing for this supportive, loving relationship, with a man, a partnership. And it just seems like the men that I attract are unavailable. And I just have issues trusting that, this is the person for me. I just really struggle all over, you know, uh, because it's like, can I trust this person? Can I even trust myself? But the pattern that I've seen is that they're just unavailable, and I want someone that's going to be available. You know, and just within myself, I used to have this thing, in a relationship is like, am I good enough to be with this person? And I've overcome some of that stuff. I know that I'm good enough. Where I am is like, why am I not attracting this person to all of this goodness that I am? And then, and I know it's like trust issues, just being able to trust that person, that you're not going to get hurt, you're not going to get betrayed, because that doesn't feel good at all.
No,
you
it
know
doesn't feel good.
yeah, and at this
Mhm.
point, I just think, do I have to live the rest of my life by myself, just doing this life by myself? That is not what I want. I really want to share, who I am with this person, learn about that person. Is, I want a give or take. I want to give, I want to receive. Because I know that I have love to give.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm. Can we practice meditation together and see what comes through?
Sure.
Just sitting together and being quiet. And we will start with some heart breaths and just allowing yourself to feel really comfortable, grounded in your body. And if you're watching, I invite you to join us for a few heart breaths where we all get in tune and in touch with ourselves and our body. And breathing in through the heart and through the back of the heart. And exhaling out through the front of the heart, letting go of any tension or stress. Breathing in new energy from the back of your heart. And exhaling into the ground any tension or frustration, worry, just letting it go. Stream right into the ground. And another breath like that, breathing in opening, renewing, and exhaling out completely. Noticing how that feels to let go. Knowing that you're in a safe, grounded space to contemplate this more deeply. And Michelle, do you have an early memory of someone who is unavailable to you?
Yeah, I guess one of my earliest memories is, I kind of grew up with my my aunt, and my mother was unavailable to me, and a lot of times my brother that lived right downstairs was unavailable because his mother just didn't want me to play with him, whatever reason that was.
Mhm. So you have known this feeling of unavailability.
Yes.
Mhm. And where do you feel that for yourself? What do you associate with unavailability?
Love. Just love is one thing.
Love to being unavailable. That's what you picked up. Mhm.
Sharing, joy.
So where do you feel that heaviness, Michelle?
Feel it in my eyes right now.
Mhm. And what if you were to let that go? Because when you were a little girl, you received meaning from this experience. What was the meaning that you received from it?
I guess I just wasn't good enough to play with.
Mhm. And what else?
And it's like I
Michelle?
always have to be on the sidelines longing for something.
Mhm.
Until I desire, which was just simply to play with my brother, because we had so much fun together when those opportunities came up. It's like we were good, but the adults, it was like
When
his mother holding that back.
when you go back to look at it now as a 55-year-old woman, and you are looking at that now, is that true?
No,
Is it true that you're not good enough
no, it's not true.
to love and play with?
It's not true.
It's not true. And
No,
then is it true that you have to be on the sidelines,
no,
that that's your place? Okay, it's not true. And do you know it?
yes.
Okay, you know that it's not true. And what if you were to drop some of that energy that you felt as a young girl? That feeling of not really being loved or not feeling enough.
It
Where
would
would you
just be,
feel?
it would
I'm
be
sorry?
freeing. I said it would be freeing to just be able to.
Where would you feel more free, Michelle? When you think about dropping that energy and releasing it?
I would just feel more free to make myself available, to not hide.
Mhm. And how does that feel to be more available?
It feels good.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to associate with love?
Strength.
Mhm. Could you even say that love is available to you?
Yes.
Is that something you're willing to be on board with?
Yes.
Mhm. And do you feel it? Like when you say love is available to me, love is really available to me. Do you believe it? Are you willing to believe it?
It's like I want to believe it, but it's like, can I trust? Can I trust it?
What's keeping you from trusting with love?
The pain of what happens when love goes away.
So it's the pain of the loss of love.
Yes.
Mhm. So you're also strongly, what comes up for you is loss with love.
Yeah.
Mhm. Because when you lose love, what happens?
I feel very alone.
Are you still okay when you lose love? Are you still Michelle?
Yeah. I get over it.
Mhm. And those losses, was it real love that you wanted?
Yes.
Mhm.
One of them was.
Okay. So the worst thing that would happen if you lost love again is that you would feel alone. What is the worst thing that would happen if you opened yourself to love and opened yourself to potential loss?
And the worst thing that would happen is that I'd feel the pain of it, be sad, but I know I'll come through it.
Is that a risk you're willing to take to experience true love?
Yes.
That sounded like a reluctant yes.
It's a yes that says that I have to be vulnerable. And this is a part of life. And nothing lasts forever. At some point, that love could be as strong, that person can die, that person can leave. Lots can happen. And I'll be right back here.
Mhm. Are you willing to trust yourself?
Yes.
Mhm. Is trust important to you in experiencing love?
Yes.
Mhm. So, how much are you willing to trust yourself? Like, are you willing to really, really trust 100%?
I am really willing to trust myself.
And what does it feel like to say that?
That feels ease, a bit of ease. Hmm.
Is there anything else you feel blocking you, Michelle, from experiencing love in your life?
I don't feel like anything is blocking me. Sometimes I just feel like it's just not coming to me.
Okay, well, this is a similar experience. So if you feel like it's not coming to you, do you feel like now it could come to you?
Yes.
Okay. You feel open to love and experiencing love.
To being available and knowing that Michelle is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Because it is available.
Mm-hmm.
And it's available for me.
Mm-hmm. When is love available?
Love is always available.
Mm-hmm. And how much is available?
As much as I want.
What does it feel like to focus on the feeling of abundant, infinite love?
That feels good.
Mm-hmm.
It feels
That's
full.
something. Mm-hmm. Is that something you're also willing to provide for yourself, Michelle?
Yes.
Are you willing to see that love is not outside of you,
Yes.
in somebody else, mm-hmm, but within you now, here and now, abundantly forever?
Yes.
What does that feel like for you to embody this love that you are, that is always available?
It just feels very easy and peaceful.
And what would help you anchor into this knowing, Michelle? This deeper knowing that you're always good to love, that it's available, that it's infinite, that you can experience it at any time.
To know that I so desire is in me. It's already here.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing that I have to go look for or find. It's in me.
What are you willing to do for yourself, Michelle, as you have this intention to bring love into your life? What are you willing to do for yourself
I'm
to nurture this intention?
just consistently remind myself that, and even in my meditations, is that the love that I already have, is in me. And I can use that love to love me, to know that I'm wanted, to know that I'm appreciated, to know that I'm good enough.
Okay, let's close with that. We'll just spend a minute meditating on the anchoring of your inner knowing about love within yourself, Michelle. That it's not separate from you, that it is you, and that it's always available to you. That you're loved and appreciated and valued. And this experience is available to you here and now. If you are with us and watching, I invite you to meditate on this intention together with and for Michelle. And just seeing Michelle surrounded in the most beautiful, unconditional love, the love that she is and the love that she radiates. Blessings, Michelle.
Thank you.
Namaste. How are you feeling after this?
I feel good enough. It's like I'm good and I'm full. I feel full. I'm very full.
Michelle, can you write these affirmations? Does this resonate with you to write these affirmations for the next 21 days?
Yes.
The affirmations that you want to create for yourself about love,
Yes.
and in a sense, rewriting this love story.
Yes. I can, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And shifting from, love is not available, it's limited, it's scarce, to it's abundant and it's here and it's now, and I can give it to myself every time I remember.
Yes.
I can tap into it.
Yes.
This love consciousness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome, Michelle. Well, if anybody watching wants to say some words to Michelle, please feel free to write it in the chat box. And I also invite Joanne to come on to join us as well as we close today's show. If you enjoyed this show, we'll be hosting it on Tuesday at the end of each month. So the last Tuesday of the month. And if you would like to be a participant on the show, please reach out to us at connect@suraflow.org, and we'll write that in the chat box for you. And you can also join our energy circle. We meet once a week, and this is a meditation coaching community where we meditate together and set intentions for one another and connect, learn about meditation coaching. So you're also welcome to join us there as well. So all right, everybody. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to close with a minute or two of heart-centered meditation. And you're receiving well wishes, Michelle, and also Joanne from the audience. So just opening up to the blessings that are already here and allowing yourself to return to your heart. And let's meditate on the state of unconditional love. Unconditional love that we can tap into at any time through our intention and our awareness. Love is a state of being. a state of being that is gracious and effortless, overflowing. Abundant. And divine. And let's imagine as a community, unconditional love in our circle. Even see a heart radiating out in all directions through your own self, your own body and energy. Radiating out into the world. And into your own life, blessing and creating balance and healing in your own life, your relationships. Most importantly, the relationship to yourself. Blessings, everyone. Namaste. Thank you. We'll see you next month.